Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode of Fish Meat for Dinner. Today we're on the Fox River here in De Pere, Wisconsin. You know, it's the opening day of sturgeon spearing. And where are we? Open water. So, what a better way? You know, we don't have good ice conditions because Wisconsin is kind of acting like Tennessee right now. So, we're going to head around a couple spots here on the river. I just caught one. It's in the well. So try to get some eats. Right now I'm using a jig and a minnow, so nothing too crazy. We just got a lime green jig on there, and then we got the minnow rigged up. Just casting it out about 50 yards behind the boat, popping it back, letting her sit for about 3 seconds on the bottom, and they just come up and hold on to them. So all you gotta do is set the hook, and you got fish meat for dinner. So without further ado, we're gonna get to fishing here and see what we can come up with. So stay tuned. We're hooked up here, got another walleye, just working that jig nice and slow, popping her up off the bottom. He just came up and smoked her. Looks like a nice eater. Get him in the net. Walleye. Got her on that jig there, as you can see. Just tipping it with a minnow, working it nice and slow. Like I said, I give her 1-2 pops, little gentle pops, just so that the jig's kind of doing this, and then I let her sit on the bottom, and then they just come scoop it right up. The biggest thing, of course, is to watch your line. Your line is going to let you know when them bites are hitting. You'll get that little tick in your line, and then your rod tip too. Just keep an eye on that. You know, you get the little bop on there, and you get rewarded with nice little walleyes like this that will cook them and eat them up. So, see what else we can do here today. Alright folks, so I'm going to show you how I'm rigging my minnows here on my jig. So I got a 3/8 ounce jig here, tungsten head, I believe Clam makes it. But really the biggest thing is to get one of these jigs with that little keeper on there. That really helps it so that you don't miss bites and you don't lose your bait as much. So what I like to do, I like to take myself a decent sized fathead minnow here. I take the tip of the hook, get it in his mouth there, and then you just go in through the gill plate, feed him up on there, and then I like to go through the belly and up through the spine, almost as if you were doing like a Texas rig. So then I push my minnow up on there, and then that's where that keeper comes in. Put it right there in his bottom lip there, keeps him on there pretty good. Just make sure you got him through the spine there. A little tricky, but you'll get her. The biggest thing is you want that bait to be streamlined. So in the current, you got his tail flopping back there. Looks like a natural presentation, and a little easier to cast. So the biggest thing too is to keep the minnow, you know, as far as you can back, but also have it where when the fish comes up and grabs it, they're gonna get some good hook penetration there. So we're gonna start tossing this around and get on some more fish. Marcus has got one. He's hooked up. We grabbed the net. Feel like a good one?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. Nice little walleye. Alright folks, it's day one, Fox River. We got 2 decent sized ones and then 1 smaller one that we let go. But pretty decent day. We were only out here for like an hour or 2, so I got a late start to the day, but the jig and the minnow was the thing. So we'll see you out here. We're doing a 2-part to this, as we're going to be fishing it tomorrow as well. So stay tuned and we'll catch you in the morning. See ya. Alright folks, it's day 2 out here on the Fox River, and I just caught a pretty good one. Just throwing a blade bait. There she is. Nice Fox River walleye. Smoked the blade bait here. She's ripping her up and down. We're here in about 12 feet of water over by the bridge. So if you want to get out here and get some, that's what you got to do. Been working minnow on a jig all day and just switched her up, and it's a nice fish. That's gonna be fish meat for dinner right there. Alright folks, we're back here. We're off the water. We're in my kitchen. So we got a 23-inch walleye here. Caught them on the blade bait as you saw. I already filleted up the other ones from yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and fillet this up. We're gonna teach you how to fillet a walleye if you don't know how. So, first things first, you want to bring this pectoral fin back, and then you want to start right here. There's like a little plate there, just like on the gill plate. Now take your knife, line her up, straight down at an angle. Bam, just like that. Now what you want to do is you want to rotate the fish. And you can see where his dorsal fin is here. So you want to stick your knife in where you just cut. And then just start following her back. All the way to the end of the tail there. Now what I like to do is I like to pull up on this part and just let the knife do the work. Once you get about halfway, you'll start feeling the ribs with the tip of your knife. Sometimes you gotta kind of get into that front portion, and you just work it up off those ribs. Then you kind of get into the belly. What you want to do is you want to cut down. And then you're able to work across, just dragging your knife back and forth. All the way down to the tail. So you get there. Now you can see we got all this nice meat here. We'll spin that fish around again. You want to get as flat as you can. And obviously we want to get as much meat as we can. Start here. Get your knife almost parallel with the board. And then you just kind of push and pull. There you go. Nice fillet. Then too, if you want a special little treat, you can actually take their cheeks. So what you want to do, it kind of curves here. You want to take your knife, kind of cut a little bit at first, and then really sink your knife down, and then up a little bit, because there's a little jawbone right there. And then I just press my thumb, and it works it right up off of that skin there. Boom. Got a nice little walleye cheek treat right there. So we're just going to do the same thing on both sides, and then we'll see how we're cooking these suckers up today. So we'll get back to you once we got her all filleted up. Alright folks, so we got the other one filleted up, same with the ones from yesterday, and we're doing something special today. We're actually going to be using Takis to coat our fish today. We're going to see how it turns out. I've never done it before, but hey, why not give it a try? So we took our Takis and we smashed them up real fine like, so that we can get a good coating on these fish. So what's going to be essential is dipping these fish in this egg wash that I have here. You also might want to chunk the fish up as well. Put this fish into little bite-sized pieces just so it's easier to eat and cook. Then we just go ahead and throw it right in the egg wash. Stir them in there, let it soak it up. And once you get a good coating on it, we'll take our Takis here. We'll toss them in there. go. Close this up. I'm going to give them a good little toss in there. Oh, it's falling off, but that's alright. Alright, not looking too bad. It's not sticking the greatest, but we're still gonna give her a try here. Alright folks, we got the finished product here, our Takis walleye here. Didn't turn out too bad. Once we fixed the coating issue, you can see this was our first try here, and then this is our second try, so definitely a lot more sticking to it. This one even looks like a freaking chicken wing. So I'm gonna give her our first little taste test here, see how we did. Pretty darn good. Tastes like a Taki on there. We also have done in the past a red hot recipe where you take Frank's red hot sauce and we mix it up within the egg wash, kind of coat it. That's really good. But I always wanted to give this a try because I like Takis, and it's not too bad. If you can get the batter consistency right, I mean, I could see doing this almost every time. I like the taste of it. Cameraman, what do you think? Give it a try. Rock on. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fry the rest of this fish up the regular way, but if you want to give this a try, just follow how we did it, and maybe you can even make it better. So, just an idea. We thought we'd give her a try, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. So, that'll be it for this episode of Fish Meat for Dinner. Thanks for sticking along, and we'll see you in the next one.